everyone. My name is Arnav Bhati, and I'm a part of Germany consulting services team. And what I really do is, I just think about automation, Ansible, and how we could implement it at any customer, from being startups to enterprises. And today we'll be talking about Ansible CodeBot. But before even jumping into it, I would like to know, out of all of you, how many of you are Ansible developers or have played or written any playbooks? Oh, that's great. Now, let's just have a quick poll and give me a shout out. Whenever you make a pull request or whenever you do some code changes, how tedious it is for your other colleague to actually verify the code before even merging it into your main branch. Do you guys really feel that, yeah, it's like an additional workload, we are already working on tickets, we have the code, now someone has to actually review it. Okay, and now what if I tell you that this Ansible CodeBot can at least solve this particular problem? So this particular talk is all about the CodeBot. I'll try to show you the demo. I know the time is limited, but I will definitely try. So that's the quick agenda. We would do the intro, challenge, demo, next steps, and the Q&A. Okay, so I've been at DevConf, and every other presentation or every other talk is about AI, AI, AI. But in this world of AI, let's not forget that we have a lot of applications which are intelligent. So we also have IA, which is currently existing and is currently highly utilized. And this CodeBot is one of, I would consider it as an intelligent application which makes your lives easy. You being a developer, tester, or a PM, you need certain automation at certain level through which you do not have to do things on your own. You get to see the report and you see and take decisions based on that. So what exactly is CodeBot? It's an offering by Red Hat Ansible Lightspeed with IBM Watson Xcode Assistant. So it's a part of this entire ecosystem. And today so it has three main pillars. So first of all, the creation. So Lightspeed is like the AI tool through which you could generate playbooks. You could just give a prompt and your playbook would be ready. Then you can adapt for the content sourcing. And today we are mainly focusing on the maintaining part. After the code is ready, who is going to take care of it? Let's assume that we are migrating our old Ansible playbooks which were written 3, 4, 5 years ago, and with the modules which are deprecated now. Now, would you really want to rewrite all the code again, or would you like some assistance in place which could help you with this particular migration? Okay, tell me yes, no, we don't care. Okay. So this CodeBot, what exactly it does is, let's assume you have your playbook, which is simply doing simple tasks, right? Installing Nginx or configuring Nginx, and you have written it. Now, in this particular slide, do you see the playbook and what do you feel about it? Is it nice? Is it good? Is it bad? Can you read it first of all? Okay. So do you think it's good? But now if I tell you, if I run an Ansible linter or a testing case against this particular playbook, it would give me certain errors, for sure. Because the linter, what it does is, it tells you the best practices or the good practices which you should follow to make your code very well maintained. And this is what the CodeBot does for you. So it's like whatever roles you have, complexity, inventory, whatever you have been defining, it tells you that, okay, these are the best practices, and it applies it for you. So that's the beauty of it. That's the workflow. So you could trigger this particular CodeBot manually, or you could schedule it like a cron job that, hey, this is my Git repository. Please run my Ansible CodeBot on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis, or whenever there is a merge to my main branch. Then this particular CodeBot scans your selected Git repositories. You can either select Git repositories, or you can say, hey, these are my 10, 15, 20 repositories. Scan all of them and do the things for me. And then it creates a PR on your behalf. So what you have to do is just review it, look at it, and say either approve or deny. That's all. And then you could see all of this on the UI. So I'll try to show it in action very quickly. So this is basically a bot which is trying to maintain the code. And this is how exactly it looks like. So on the left side of the screen, you would see that the bot has automatically removed certain things and added the best practices or the good things which are available right now. So for example, we all use this template called as debug. But the proper way of writing it, or the Ansible linter says that you should always use the full entire module name, like ansible.builtin.debug. Or let's say if you're using any role or collection from community, you just define, okay, copy, and then you define the tasks beneath it. But the proper way is you should define community dot and etc. with the proper namespace. So this is where this particular code bot helps you to identify these things and to remediate it and to do it for you, so that you can relax, innovate, and do whatever you want. Okay, and now, yes, that's one of my favorite quotes from Linus Torvalds, that talk is cheap, show me the code. So let me quickly show you how this particular code bot works. So first of all, let me show you this playbook. Is it visible, readable? Okay. Now again, looking at it from the plain eye of sight, do you think anything is wrong with this particular playbook? Any wild guesses, anything? Okay. 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 Okay, no worries, but that's perfectly fine. Now, can you rewrite this code for me? Can you rewrite this code for me? If I say I do not have time, can you please help me in fixing this code? Okay, but even if I tell you that you don't even need to spend your few minutes on your own, what I have to do is I would just install the code bot on my repository. Of course, you would need a Red Hat account to this to log in and to configure it and to install it. And then once you install this, this is the code bot UI. And what I've done is for my own repositories, I have enabled it for all my repositories. So over here, what you see are all my repositories. And this is the one which we are using. So I have triggered them manually at the moment. But if I go in, these were my last triggers. And if I click on the pull request, so this code bot actually analyzed, and whatever you mentioned, that it is missing all these things, file, message. So it has already made my life easy and your life easy and saved us a few minutes or hours. These are just 2 playbooks, but let's assume that you are running it on an entire collection, or you are running it over a huge repo which is maintaining your entire infrastructure. That is where it would save a lot of time for you. So if you look at it, from the naked eye, we saw, okay, that playbook was fine, but this is something which is aligning to the good practices of Ansible. And that's what it does for me. So let's do one thing. Let's do a quick test. If I run it now, keeping and hoping that internet works and we do not face any issues and our plan A works. Okay, let's refresh it. Okay, it's running, perfect. So now you would see, it has already created a PR before. It would not create a new PR unless it finds new changes in it. So it's not duplicating also the PRs. So that's why I called it as an intelligent helping hand for developers or for testers, which keeps me being sure that my Ansible code is properly maintained. Okay, let's quickly refresh. Oh, the new PR is ready. If I click on it, it's the same PR with the same recommendations. And now it's up to me whether if I want to take these particular changes for me, or if I want to just say no, I want to write it on my own. So this is about the Ansible code bot, what exactly it does, the changes which you could see. So, yep, coming back to our slides. Yep. So, it simply create the playbooks and, oh, we had this, right? Okay. Yeah, just in case I thought the demo and the internet wouldn't work, I recorded it as well to be on a safer side. But let's go on the next slide. Okay. And now if you would want to play with it, there are certain resources which are available for you. you could simply use the CodeBot user guide and see it's just like it takes 5 to 10 minutes to simply install it and play with it, not more than that. And then if you have any other questions around Ansible automation or CodeBot, feel free to connect with me, I would say. And yep, Q&A, we did it in time. Okay, sure, please go ahead. Yep.
So one question is how much it is configurable. For example, I have a big code base where I want to only replace module names with fully qualified module names. Is it possible to only set one rule and say open PRs only for this rule?
The backend of CodeBot, okay, so the question is to all the audience, can we configure or modify the usage of this CodeBot to actually just say that I just want to use it for the fully qualified names and not for anything else? So the answer is, I would say, at the moment, it's not you cannot modify it in such a way, but what you could do is in your code base, you have Ansible linter, where you could define all these rules. But I would really want to understand from you, like, if it's giving you more suggestions, then in my opinion, that would be helpful for you. So if you would have to modify it, we would have to play with it and see which files. Maybe because the back end of this particular tool is written in, using lint and molecule. So maybe we could do some configuration as well, but I'm not sure at the moment.
So it is based on my Ansible lint configuration and what it won't touch the things that I ignore.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And I've had another question that I need to support older Ansibles, like Ansible 2.9, the trans on RHEL 8, and does it work with syntax of older Ansibles, like Ansible 2.9?
Yes, it works. It also tells you that if you're using a deprecated module, what's the new one? So it would create a PR for you with the new one as well. So this is where I would say in terms of migration, in terms of when you want to migrate your older code to the newer code base, this would be a helping tool for you for sure. Oh, welcome. Yep, yes please.
Any way to use those very fantastic tools outside of GitHub? If I don't have GitHub, I have my own Git repository that cannot be public for reasons.
You can definitely use it for, okay. So the question is, can you use this particular tool for your private repositories? Yes, you can, but this tool has just one limitation. It's only available on GitHub. So for your private and for your public repository. And on GitHub Enterprise Cloud.
You just told us what the components are of the tool. Might be a way to create similar functionality for another product of GitHub, another Git repository style.
Absolutely, we are open source. So any tool which could do this, why not? Of course.
But nothing pre-existing.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now it's just for GitHub. Okay, any other questions, guys? Okay, then no more questions. I would say thank you all for attending and have a great day.